call the development, well, first of all, I'm Deborah Crane-Kiff, because I see a lot of new faces in the room tonight, and a lot of old faces just as well. But for those of you who don't know me, I work with the DC Office of Planning. I've been there for quite an extended period of time, and I'm currently the neighborhood planner for Ward 5. I've been in that position for more than 10 years, and at this point my time is also being split with Ward 7 because there is no planner currently for Ward 7. So I'm doing double duty. But what I would like to let you know is that the Office of Planning is responsible for an awful lot in terms of growth and development in the city. This development summary sheet captures information specific to your area, to Ward 5. So on the front side of this paper, there is a list of mixed-use development activity. So it includes places like Monroe Street Market and Rhode Island Road, which I know you are all very familiar with. Major developments are also listed on here. Some of them are a little, I won't say old, but you're familiar with them at this point, like Emerson Park and Chancellor's Row. If you turn to the back side of the paper, it talks about public investments, what the district is doing with its funds, and so much as the Woodbridge Library renovation and Brookland Elementary School. And we also talk about Ward 5 planning initiatives, which include the small area plan that was done for Brookland several years ago, and also something that's called the Ward 5 Industrial Land Study, which is basically completed, but it was requested by the mayor as well as Councilmember McDuffie that our office take a look at the industrial lands that run all through Ward 5 and in Brookland, specifically along the train tracks. That's where you'll find most of the industrial lands. So the council member wanted to find out how we could improve some of those industrial uses, not necessarily take them away, but have people such as even the District of Columbia, who has some real estate along those tracks, have people become better neighbors. There are some areas where there's no buffering between those industrial uses and residential uses. So we're looking at how to maybe create some type of artificial buffers or provide the residential landowners some relief from things like trash transfer stations and other much needed activities, but how we can give them some space or some screening or some relief from those activities existing in the same space. That study has, as I said, pretty much been completed. It hasn't been released yet. Our Office of the Deputy Mayor is taking a look at it, as well as the Office of the City Administrator, before it's finally released. We had one public meeting that the council members sponsored. I believe it was in September at Trinity University. We had a really good turnout, so hopefully some of you were there. The other thing I wanted to talk about, I know Raj is here, and the commissioner mentioned the Brookland Beautification Small Grant Program.
Thank you.
As an implementation to the small area plan for Brookland that was completed back in 2009, we had an exercise to create a brand and a logo for Brookland. And that particular branding activity was done pro bono by a consulting firm, and a particular brand was presented to the group, and the group decided we don't like that particular brand. So what we did, took the money available, which was about $30,000, and turned it into a small grant program. So just recently that was released, and we had about 41 submissions come in response to that request for proposals for art projects. So it could be a beautification project, it could be an art installation, it could be a gardening project, it could be a mural. So Commissioner Stepstone, Commissioner Higgins, and 7 other individuals helped to review those submissions, and we have gotten it down to probably our short and final list. It hasn't been released yet because we have to do some negotiating with some of the artists that did rise to the top, but hopefully within the next week or two, we will be able to make an announcement as to the winners of those of the grant program. The grant awards will be in the amount of $750 to up to $5,000. So we're kind of talking to some of the artists to see exactly, just get a final plan from them. the particular piece, art, or beautification project has to demonstrate how it will be implemented, how it will be built or constructed or painted, as well as how it will be maintained. And we'll have a lot of events for the community to get involved, in some cases with actually helping to create the art, and in other cases basically just walking through and observing where these art projects are being conducted and being able to view the final project. So stay tuned, we'll have some more information, and there will be an event to announce the winners within the month of March, I'm sure. So I'll keep you posted on that.
Yes, I'm just going to say, can you remember to answer the lady's question about C2A?
Yes, I was going to next. I don't have my cheat sheet for the zoning administrator because the one thing I can't answer is, well, what I can answer is that as a matter of right, development on that site can be up to 50 feet. That's just as a matter of right. Now, I don't know the size of the particular parcel, but if it reaches a certain number of square feet, the property owner can request what's called a planned unit development, in which case they could build a little higher, but I don't have enough information to know if in fact they might go to the zoning administrator's office requesting relief and want to build higher. But if I do find out information on that, I'll be happy to share it with the commissioner. But right now it's up to 50 feet, which is about, I'd say about 4 stories, maybe between 4 and 5 stories.
Any questions for this? Oh, yes, ma'am.
You can say. I'm Esther Bushman.
Oh,
Here
Ms. Bushman, yay.
from the Office of Zoning. And I have provided Commissioner Steptoe with a booklet, which I didn't have.
That's all in that microphone.
Well, I thought that if they would be here, and they would actually have helped answer that question. Because there's an entire brochure that explains what is permissible under the zoning regulations for each and every zone district.
You know, I'm gonna go get it. Go ahead. And you finish.
So I can't answer that question off the top of my head, but it's in black and white, and it's on our website at dcoz.dc.gov.
I pulled it up on the website, that's why I knew it was 50 feet. So it's a very good website.
So, yeah, the website has lots of information, but, you know, that was part of what I wanted to just share.
Yay! Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
Hi, if I can jump in, good evening everyone. My name is Rohan Reed. I'm actually with the Office of the Zoning Administrator. So I'm filling in for the Zoning Administrator, Ms. Legrand, who couldn't be here, but sends his regards. And I do have the book, right? This is what the...
Yes, it is.
All right, this is Zoning in the District of Columbia. I don't have enough copies for everyone,
Well,
but I will hopefully...
I have lots of them, so if you send me your email,
You can come by the ANC office.
yeah, come by the office and we'll give them to you. 100 of them, they all in the back of my phone.
Right, and it tells you most everything you need to know about your zone district, construction, the height requirements, setback requirements, and so forth. So if you can get everyone a copy, that would be great.
Can you look in the book though and just tell us?
It is 50 feet, as you mentioned.
Okay.
But the other option is if or whether or not that parcel is large enough to be
Right.
considered for planning and development. And then
Yeah, we
it's
would have,
probably maybe 60 feet, but I don't know.
right, we would have to look at that closely, look at what they propose, to make a determination.
Okay, you know, we're gonna shift gears a little bit because actually I'm so glad that Ms. Bush, I apologize. Hi, how are you?
I have no question.
She's got a bunch of
Oh,
Yeah.
files. You could get them from her.
Yes, I have a question for you.
oh, Ms. Crane, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
On the development at Brookland, Newtown, and South Dakota Avenue, when they gonna start building the DSW, Marshall, and the Shop and Food Warehouse in front of Coxville?
Yeah, I don't know
It's
yet.
all dirt, all the trees are gone,
Right.
it's an eyesore,
I agree,
it's a negative view right there.
I agree,
And it's supposed
absolutely.
to create 1,200 jobs there. And before we start in we should start there and complete that, as promised some years
I
back.
agree. Well, that's, the onus is on the developer, and I developing until that one was happening, unfortunately.
I see the townhouses going up, but not in front of Costco, we're supposed to have the DWS, Marshall,
Right.
Shopper Food Warehouse.
I can contact them and let the commission know, and then she can share that information, or you can call me. My number, is on here at the bottom, so you can feel free to call me, and, I can find out some additional information on that. Maybe a timeline for when that development will take place.
Because when I go to Costco, you get that.
Oh, I know, I was up there on Saturday, so I very well remember